Welcome to Rock Solid Rig. My name is Providence and this is my husband Josh, and we are going to be giving you guys a little insight about who we are, so stay tuned.
We just wanted to invite you along through our journey. We've had a Jeep for about 2 years now. We've known each other and been together for about 7.5 years. So in the 2 years that we've had the Jeep, not really sure what we wanted to do with it, other than, go play around sometimes and go off-road. Just enjoy doing some things to the Jeep. But once we got married, just in May, so it hasn't been all too long now, we had to try to decide what we wanted to do for a honeymoon. So we had originally thought, hey, let's go to Vegas. We both love Vegas. Let's just do it up big. We're going to go drop a bunch of money and have a fun trip. And then we had some friends that said they were going to go and do the Rubicon Trail. And
thus started our addiction for doing different things with the Jeep. We've got a lot of things that we need to get ready for our big trip, and unfortunately at the current state that it's in, our Jeep is not ready to take on these trails at all. So we decided that instead of dropping the money at Vegas, which we've both been several times, why not take that money and drop it into something that we'll be able to enjoy time and time again. So that brings us to this channel.
So basically what we're wanting to do is we decided to start the channel just for the sake of kind of documenting everything that we're going to do along the way. Whether it be doing mods on the Jeep, or whether it be just going out and having fun, hanging out with our group of friends, who most of them are Jeepers as well.
Yeah.
The crazy shenanigans we get into, either just, going out to a bar and having some fun, or going out for a weekend of wheeling somewhere. Somewhere close to us is Bridgeport. It's about an hour away. Nice little park to be able to go and go off-road. Not really something big enough that you need to worry about staying out there the whole weekend. Every now and again, some people will camp out there, but basically it's just kind of go out there first thing in the morning, play around, have some, fun trail time, and then get off the trails, go eat some lunch, and then usually head home. But we do have some big trips planned, things that we both are really looking forward to. But like we said, we've got a lot of upgrades that we need to make on the Jeep. So whenever we bought the Jeep 2 years ago, it did already have some things done to it. It did come with a lift. I can't say it was a complete lift because I feel as if they just kind of threw it on there. Didn't really have a full lift done, but I didn't know enough about Jeeps at that point to say I shouldn't have bought it. Got a really great price on it, and we pulled the trigger and went for it. And then after the fact, as I learned more and more, I realized I probably should have bought a stock Jeep and just done everything myself. However, I can say that having to deal with some of the issues and things that we've had with the Jeep, it definitely allowed me to learn more than not having those issues. So like I said, we've had things that were done to it, things that we have done to it since before we started this channel. Namely, we have done like a DV8 tire carrier. We have added
new handles inside of it.
We added hand grab handles and things like that inside of it.
Changed the tires and the wheels.
Yeah, that one of the big things that whenever we bought it, it did come with 20-inch wheels, and it had 35s on it. And I quickly learned I didn't want to have 20s. I would much rather have 17s. So when it came time to replace the tires, went ahead and replaced the wheels as well. So we've replaced all those kind of things, but we haven't really done a lot so far as getting it trail ready. So far as the big things that we want to do in order to be able to do Rubicon. Obviously, we know that we're going to have rock sliders of some kind. We know that we're going to have to get it re-geared because it is just it's a Sport Unlimited. Just has the stock 373 gears in it, so we definitely want to re-gear. We want to add lockers. Need to add fenders and fender liners on the front. Obviously going to have to install a switch to be able to operate the lockers. We want to put some rails on it. We want to put some kind of skid plates on, be able to protect the undercarriage whenever we're going over rocks and all those kind of things.
We've got a lot of accessories that we're going to have to put on it.
We want to add some roto packs. That way we've got extra fuel capacity whenever we get out there. Some of these places we're planning on going, not necessarily going to have direct access to gas. And it's not necessarily just for us, but I kind of figured that if we're out on the trails having fun with like-minded people, I want to be able to help other people as well. If they've, if they didn't plan ahead as well as I did, then maybe I can give them some gas.
We want to make sure that we've got things that are going to make it easier for us out on the trails, and also things that are going to help others to continue to enjoy trails. So another thing that we're looking at is a trasharoo. A big thing in our community is just making sure that trash in, trash out, even if it's not yours, because at the end of the day, these trails are something that we've been given as a privilege to be on, and if we can't take care of those trails, we can't be on them. So we want to make sure that we are being responsible Jeepers, and so we've just got a lot of these little things that don't take a whole lot of time to install, but some of you may not know what these things are, or you didn't know that this was something that you could add on to your Jeep. Or if you're like me, who's never worked on a Jeep before and has never touched tools against a Jeep before, you're going to be learning a lot of new things that you probably wouldn't have been able to learn otherwise, because we have done a lot of research, we've seen a lot of channels, and there's a lot of really great information out there, and everybody puts out this information that is kind of pertaining to their Jeep, but we haven't seen anybody really getting ready for the Rubicon Trail the way that we have. So we really wanted to put this out there for anybody that's starting fresh, pretty much like we are, and is looking for a way to understand maybe some things that they're going to need, some things that are options, some things that they could get away with not doing. Because we definitely are on a budget, like I'm sure many of you are, and so we have to make those decisions. What are the things that we have to have versus the things that we want to have?
Because we want to have all the things. We want to do it up big. I wouldn't mind throwing some new axles under there and just going crazy with it, but obviously that's not in the budget right now. Like we said, we just got married in May. Before that, we weren't even quite certain that the wedding was going to happen when we wanted to. In January, I had to have emergency surgery on C5 and C6 fusion in my neck. I had severe impingement of the spinal cord, and the doctors were worried that I would lose function and basically be paralyzed. So they had to do emergency surgery. I ended up being off work for 3 months. So that really put a damper on things whenever you have that loss of income. But here we are. I've recovered, and we're planning on Rubicon August 2020. So we're a year away, less than a year away at this point, and lots of things to do to the Jeep. But we wanted to invite you guys along for the journey. Everything we're going to do between now and then, it's not going to be focused solely on doing mods on the Jeep. It's not going to be focused solely on just doing off-road trails and things like that, because we want to be able to showcase what we're using for camping gear, what we're using for our dogs, because we plan on taking one of our dogs with us whenever we go. So the things that we need to make sure we have ready for that type of thing.
So we hope you guys enjoyed these videos as much as we do. We are really excited to be able to just put out this content. We've got a lot of family and friends that have been asking us when we're going to be doing this, and now's the time. Now is the time for us to be putting this out there. So if you guys are liking the content that we're putting out, if you guys are really enjoying what we're showcasing, do us a favor and give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe, and then also share us with your friends and family. We'll see you guys out there, and thanks for helping us start this rock solid rig. Bye.
Bye.